Okay, one more ultrasound machine I want to show you is this one. It's called the Sonicator, and we have I think we have two of these. These are very different than the other ones that I showed you. The others are more computerized, and this one is a little bit simpler. The other ones do other things as well as ultrasound, but this one only does ultrasound, okay? So this one is a little easier to use sometimes. So I just want to show you this. It has two sound heads like the other one. This one, here's the 5 centimeter, and it's already plugged in. And you plug it in at the bottom, as you can see. And this is on a 1. I will explain that 1 in just a minute. On this machine, the other sound head, the small one, is on the other side, and it's magnetic, so it hangs in its place. And as you can see, this one says 1/3. Now, there's a difference in these two sound heads. On these big machines, you can use 1 megahertz or 3 megahertz on either sound head, as long as you get your settings right. However, on the Sonicator, if you want to use 1 megahertz, you can do it with this sound head, but you cannot do 3 megahertz on it. Very confusing, but you have to look at the number. If you use this little sound head, you can use 1 megahertz or 3 megahertz. Okay, so that's if you're using the small one. Now these sound heads only are specific for this machine, so don't try to fit these on another machine. It won't fit, but even if it did fit, it wouldn't work. So I'm going to show you how this machine works. Switches in the back, if I can find it, like always. Okay, give it a second to boot up, and it's ready. Okay, so right now we have the 1 megahertz plugged in. I'm going to pretend that's the one we're going to use. And let's go, and you can see you have your duty cycle here. It's already at 100%, but if you want to change that, you can just keep hitting it, and let's stop it at 50. You want to change between 1 and 3 megahertz. See, it's not letting me because I've only got the 1 megahertz sound head plugged in. So it's going to keep me at 1 megahertz. But if I had this one plugged in, it would change. Now let's do our time. Let's do it for 10 minutes. And now, unlike the Dynatron machines, you have to put the ultrasound head up to the patient's skin and then hit start and then go up on your intensity. And see, it's not, there it goes, just like that. Okay, so let me come back down on that so you can see. So you can see this machine is very different than the Dynatron machines and the Solaris machines. You have to hit start at 0 time and then go up on your intensity. Whereas with these machines that I showed you first, the Dynatron machines, you hit 0.1 and then hit start. So don't let that confuse you on these. Okay? Play around with different machines because you never know which machine you're going to get on your skill comp or practical. You can always practice with your favorite machine, but during a practical or skill comp, if it's your time to go and another person is using your favorite machine, then you're just going to have to get another machine and go for it. And if you don't know how to use that machine, well, you're going to come back and see us. So get used to all these different machines when we come back for lab.